7th, 1977.
I don't understand it. That doctor told you days ago that you were pregnant, and you still haven't told your husband? I've tried, Molly. Truly, I have tried. Last night I tried. Can't seem to find the right moment. Oh, heck with the right moment. If we all waited for those, the whole world would come to a screeching halt. Sure, you could have told them when you were putting your hair up. You could have told them when you were taking out the garbage, or... No, any of those things. What a heck difference does it make? It does make some difference to me, Molly. I told you what Adam feels about children. You've told me what he feels about hypothetical children. Molly, we were talking about our having a baby, not some other couple. Adam made it very clear to me exactly how he felt. He'll just have to change his mind, won't he? And he will. Believe old Molly. Yeah, that's what I kept telling myself last night. All I have to do is tell him the wonderful news and everything will be all right. I mean, there we were, talking about the future, what it was going to be like when this thing with Revenall was ended for once and for all. Well, it is ended, isn't it? I mean, that man promised to leave you alone. Well, there has been another development. I can't talk about it now. It's got something to do with that man who was here yesterday. The one that came with Police Lieutenant Chandler, right? I'm sworn to secrecy, Molly. Honestly. But it does mean that now, more than ever before, I can be sure that my future will not include any more attempts on my life. At least I certainly hope not. Your future includes a baby, and it's just about time you let your husband in on it. Yes, well, you see, that's exactly what I was trying to do. But it seems that Adam wanted to talk about a boat. A boat? Yes, a boat. I mean, he really has a fabulous idea for a 1-month honeymoon on a cabin cruiser sailing around the Leeward Islands. Oh, Molly, he's so excited about the idea. Oh, that's wonderful. I think you both deserve a real honeymoon. I dare say we do after what we've been through in the last 2 years. Do it. Go on your honeymoon. Enjoy yourself. Having a baby shouldn't stop you. And after all, you're not made out of China, you know. No, I'm not. It's just that I'm not sure he'll want to go when he finds out the truth. You just wait to see how excited he is when you tell him there's going to be a little stowaway on board. You promise me now. You're not going to let another day go by without letting that man know he's going to be a daddy. Well, I dare say I better sooner or later. He's going to get suspicious pretty soon if I don't. It only gets worse when you postpone the inevitable. Take it from an expert. Oh, not on motherhood, on men. Oh, really? Of course. Anyway, I had 6 brothers clumping about the house. That's a fair sample of the breed, if you ask me. All right, Molly. Just for you. I shall do it. I shall tell the man this very eve. You mean it? Yeah, I mean it. Just do me a favor. Don't you go telling him first. Me? Oh, I keep my promises, Mama. I hope you keep yours. Well, here's the dynamic duo. How are you, fellas?
How are you? What's special for lunch today?
Oh, I suppose you want Swedish meatballs, Scandinavian. But we have veal and lemon, and I heartily recommend it.
Sounds good to me.
Well, hello.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Good. No more dizzy spells or anything like that?
Listen, if you're going to have a medical consultation, I may have to charge you rent, Tom.
Nicole, you're looking great.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling great. That's for publication.
I'm glad to hear that.
Come on, let's get to it, Abel.
There's something else I'd like to ask you. It's not necessarily for publication, but what's the secret that Bill Marceau is trying to keep from me?
Secret? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with Revenant. Is there any news?
Oh, haven't haven't heard anything since the tape he sent.
The tape in which he said, live and let live?
Hey, I thought you were going to have a big story in the newspaper. Whatever happened to that?
Now, we've gone to press. It'll be in the Sunday edition.
I got to see an advanced copy. It's terrific. It reads like a James Bond novel.
Yeah, well, when I showed the advanced copy to Chief Marceau, he was acting very strange.
Maybe he didn't like his picture?
Well, it was as if the story wasn't complete or there was something new.
Kevin, if you're suspicious of the chief of police, I think you should talk to him, not me.
I did, and Bill said no comment. Now, if Bill said no comment, that means he's got something to comment about.
What I'd like to know is if there have been any developments, are they good news or bad news?
No comment. You'll excuse me for a moment.
Well, if I'm not going to get any information, maybe we can get some lunch, huh?
Right.
Okay. Shall I get you guys a drink?
Not for me, thanks.
Just have a menu, Molly.
Thank you.
Molly, I'm going out for just a minute. Where? Oh, I'm just feeling rather short of breath. I think I need a little fresh air. Oh, maybe I'll go in a minute. I'll be right back. It's okay. And a very nice dish of zucchini.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah, fancy. What more could an Irishman and a sweet one?
Where's Nicole? She dashed out of here in rather a hurry.
She did, didn't she? You know, my first instinct was to run right out after her, just like the old days.
So she is going around unguarded now.
She won't have it any other way since that man promised to leave her alone. She said she'd only be a couple of minutes. It is almost 15.
Did she say where she was going?
Just for a breath of fresh air. Can I get you something to drink? Wine or beer or...
Water for me, please.
That would be fine.
Yes? Oh.
I didn't know that Molly was Nicole's bodyguard.
Used to be. I don't think she's on the payroll anymore.
Nicole's that sure that everything's okay?
Yeah, evidently she is. I think the police share her optimism. At least Bill said that they believe what Reverend said.
Oh, still, she can't start getting careless now, can she?
No, you can't do that. So, how are things with the psychiatry business now that you have 2 paying patients?
Well, no, wait a minute. I have 3 paying patients, if you count Tracy Maselli.
Ah, so you're still seeing Tracy?
Yeah, I see her and charge her 50 cents per visit, which is my absolute best rate.
You better be careful. You'll price yourself right out of the market.
Well, I'll let her pay in installments.
You really think there's something wrong with Tracy that can't be solved just by getting her back together with Danny?
Would you think that repairing a broken marriage is the answer to all problems? It's not. It's like trying to retouch an X-ray.
You think the marriage should be broken?
I prefer to refrain from judgment on that.
What makes you so sure that you're qualified to make a judgment?
What, you mean because I've never tried marriage?
You know the old saying, if you don't play the game, don't make the rules.
Well, you don't have to experience everything in life, Kevin.
I experienced marriage. I thought it was pretty great.
Well, people keep trying it all the time. Millions of people. Maybe someday someone will perfect it.
I thought my marriage was just about perfect. There we go. I can't seem to shake that subject, can I?
It's all right. You're not obliged to shake it. But how are things at the Whitney house now? You getting along there okay?
Yeah. It's a little strange. I mean, it's very comfortable. There are all sorts of creature comforts. But I guess I kind of feel at home in my room. My old room, the one I lived in before Phoebe and I were married.
What about Mrs. Whitney? How does she treat you?
Very carefully. I think she's afraid of coming on a little too strong. But that doesn't stop her from making comments about my career. She's not overjoyed at the fact that I'm a lowly crime reporter.
What does she want you to be?
A lowly politician.
Ah.
Here you are. I'm sorry. I forgot about your water.
It's okay. I forgot that I was thirsty. Thank you.
Can't help feeling nervous and wondering about Nicole. Her thing, she's going to be a couple of minutes, you know.
Don't worry. She'll be back, Molly.
Can't seem to break the habit.
There's somebody coming right now.
Pardon me. Is there Mrs. Drake who works here?
Yes. Yes, there is. Why?
I've got something that belongs to her.
There's Nicole's purse. What are you doing with it?
I'm just doing my duty, ma'am. Giving it back to the lady who lost it.
Lost it? How could Nicole have lost her purse?
Well, it happens all the time. See if there's anything missing.
There's money here. And a wallet and makeup and...
And there's a couple of business cards from the New Moon restaurant. That's how I happen to know she might work here. Well, where is the lady?
She's not here. She's out.
Is that the purse that Nicole was carrying today?
I don't know. I guess it is.
Did she have it with her when she left?
I don't know. I mean, she must have. I mean, here it is.
The question is, how did she lose it?
But I don't know that.
Well, she could have just dropped it, of course. Getting on a bus or something. You know how ladies put their purse under their arm when they're getting on board.
Why would Nicole get on a bus? Or a cab or anywhere? She said she'd be a couple of minutes. Oh, God in heaven, what's happened?
I really don't think you need to get excited. I mean, if she'd been mugged or something, the guy wouldn't have just left her purse there.
Who found it and where?
It was found just around the corner, lying on the curb. Lady picked it up and handed it to me.
A lady?
Yeah, she runs a newspaper store on the corner. Although she was inside at the time, so she said she has no idea how it got there.
Who is she? Mother of God! What's happened to her? Where is she?
Now, there's no need to get excited or anything. I mean, Mrs. Drake was mugged or whatever, or the guy wouldn't have just left her purse there.
Who found it? Where?
It was found just right around the corner, lying on the curb. An old lady found it and handed it to me.
A lady?
The lady that runs the newspaper store on the corner. Only she was inside, so she's got no idea, how the purse got there.
Where is Nicole? God in heaven, what does it mean? I mean, where is she?
Now, lady, please, take it easy. Are you related to Mrs. Drake, or do you just work with her?
I'm a friend. Isn't that enough?
Well, I really think you've got nothing to worry about. You know how many lost pocketbooks we get turned into us?
Is there all the money inside of them?
Molly, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It's been over half an hour.
Yes, we're talking about a grown woman. Being gone half an hour doesn't exactly make it a missing persons case now. Does it?
Molly, I think all we can do right now is just wait.
Officer, you will keep an eye out, won't you? But I'll bet my bottom dollar that what your missing person is doing right now is chasing all over town looking for that lost purse.
And we hope so.
She'll probably be giving you a call any minute. Just don't worry about it.
I hope you're right. You better be right.
Don't worry. She'll be back soon. I think it's a little early to sound the alarm.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Suppose you think I'm foolish to be so frightened. But... Well, you do know why, don't you?
I thought we weren't worrying about Nicole's problem anymore.
I wasn't. Maybe that was the mistake. Maybe I should have done. Oh, you don't think that, do you, Kevin? Oh.
Well, I think the officer had an interesting theory. Now, if Nicole did lose her purse, then she's probably out there looking for it right now.
Well, that would explain the delay, all right.
Yes, that's true.
Look, we'll wait a few more minutes. If Nicole doesn't come back, maybe Chris and I will take a look around the neighborhood.
Oh, would you do that?
Sure. But we should give her a few more minutes. Let's say long enough to finish our lunch. How's that?
Oh. That's just something. Of course, I must get back to business. I can worry and work at the same time, can't I?
Kevin, what do you really think?
I don't know. I don't think it's probable that Nicole really lost her purse. Maybe if she was carrying a package or something else.
Yeah, well, at least we have that officer's theory to hang on to. For the next 15 or 20 minutes, anyway.
Yeah. If Nicole doesn't come back by then, Chris, we're going to have to report this.
Another 10 minutes and still no word.
Well, Kevin stepped out. He thought it might be best if he took a look for her outside.
He's worried, isn't he? Oh, I know he's worried, I can tell.
Now,
Just like
Molly,
me.
relax. She hasn't even been gone an hour yet.
Shouldn't have let her go. I shouldn't have let her out of my sight.
Did she say anything to you about where she was going to go or why?
Not a whisper. Well, did you find anything?
Nothing. I went as far as the school on Sycamore Street and all the way up to the bus station on the other end.
Oh, Lord.
Molly, don't get hysterical. It doesn't mean anything. Just because I didn't see Nicole, it doesn't mean...
What? Go on, say it. It's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
It doesn't mean that Nicole was abducted or assaulted or anything like that. Does that make it easier, having heard it said aloud?
Well, no, it doesn't.
I thought we were sure that Revenant had called off his hired killers.
Well, there is another possibility. Nicole could be ill.
You mean maybe she relapsed into a coma?
Well, it's possible, yes.
You mean maybe she had a blackout or something like that?
Well, it's possible. She's been under a terrific strain. Now, there's no telling what damage might have been done to her psyche as a result.
You think she could have cracked up or had another breakdown?
Well, although she seemed perfectly normal to us, it would be impossible to tell what was going on in her head. In cases like this, the fears don't usually show themselves until after the immediate danger is gone. It's a form of paranoia dementia. When she was out there, something as non-sinister as a car backfiring, say, could have triggered something in her mind, which would have caused her to go back to an emotional state in which she would have been completely disoriented.
Oh, Doc, I hope you know how you're making me feel.
What you say is true, Chris. Nicole probably needs help.
Look, we must call the police.
I think we've got to let them know about it.
Let's call the chief. I always believe in going to the top.
Oh, yes. I'd like to speak to Chief Marceau, please. This is Kevin Jameson. It's very important. Oh, I see. Well, then, could you connect me with Lieutenant Chandler? Bill's not there right now. Hello, Luke. This is Kevin Jameson.
Hello, Kevin. I hope you're not calling me for a story, because I'm very busy this morning.
No, I'm calling you about something that I hope is not a story.
What do you mean?
Luke, I'm at the New Moon Cafe. Nicole Drake walked out of here about 45 minutes ago to get a breath of fresh air, and she hasn't come back.
Wait a minute. Run through that again.
She just disappeared. She didn't tell Molly where she was going, but she just said she'd be gone for a few minutes.
Kevin, you are talking to a married man. When my wife says she's going out for a couple of minutes, 45 minutes is usually the norm.
Yeah, Luke, I know, but there's something you don't know about it. A few minutes ago, a policeman came in, and he had Nicole's purse.
What? Where did he find it?
He found it about a block and a half away, laying next to the curb.
I like the sound of that.
I don't either. I took a quick look around the neighborhood to see if I could spot her.
Was she acting strangely?
No, I don't think she was. Molly, she wasn't acting depressed or anything, was she?
Well, no, she wasn't singing for joy, but she wasn't depressed.
Look, I don't know what to do. I mean, we can't report her as a missing person. I mean, it hasn't even been an hour yet.
Yeah, but Nicole Drake is a very special case. I'll tell you what, Kevin, you sit tight. I'm going to find out where the chief's having lunch, and I'll talk to him.
All right, thanks.
Oh, Kevin.
Yes?
If Nicole just happens to come waltzing in there, would you call me pronto, please?
I will do.
The following recording is to be made on Friday, February 18, 1977 in Mount Airy, Maryland.
The Edge of Night. The sooner the situation is cleared up down there, the happier we're all going to be up here, believe me. Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time, Constable. Yeah. Well, tell me, how soon do you expect it'll be before you have any details? I understand. No, I agree that wasn't necessary. But look, if there are extradition proceedings, of course, that won't be my ballywick. That'll be up to the district attorney's office up here. Yeah. We'll do everything possible we can to be of any assistance to you. Well, good, I'd appreciate that. Just as soon as you know anything at all. Right. And thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, bye now.
All through the telephone, Chief?
All through.
Oh, would you care for a drink while you're waiting?
I think not.
I will.
Where are we? Adam. Sit down. I just got off the phone with Chief Constable Davies in the Bahamas. He tried to reach me at the office. They transferred the call over here. According to what he tells me, they're all set to raid Revenant's Island. When's that going to happen? Matter of hours, apparently. Maybe 3 or 4 hours. It seems that they're assembling an entire armada. And he assures me that once they spring the trap, there'll be no escape for our friend Darcy, alias Revenant. How about security? I think it's as good as we can hope for. Nowhere will there be any leaks on this. He's got quite a reputation down there, Davies. I don't know whether you know anything about him or not, Adam, but there was an article in the papers, a couple of months ago concerning a big drug bust down in that area. He was responsible for breaking one of the biggest drug rings in the entire Caribbean. So Davies was the man of the hour. It was his baby. It was really spectacular police work. I mean, the whole thing went beautifully. A big-scale operation, and nothing leaked out beforehand. So, let's hope this is the end of Revenant's career. Here, here. Luke, what's up?
Adam? I got a call just a little while ago from Kevin Jameson from the New Moon Cafe. Seems that Nicole left there about an hour ago and hasn't come back. Now, I'm not telling you this to alarm you, and I wouldn't have interrupted your lunch, except that Patrolman O'Neill found her purse on the street.
Let's go.
This has been, I guarantee, the longest hour of my life.
It's somehow when you're feeling so helpless, the time hangs so heavy. Gosh, I remember one time I nearly went crazy because my mother was very bad. It was after the birth of my littlest brother, and we didn't think she would ever pull through.
But she did, didn't she?
She did, but that half hour stretched out interminably, like a week. Oh, excuse me. Hello, New Moon Cafe. Yes, oh, I'm sorry. Yes. 2 at 8. Tonight? Oh, we have veal sausages and shrimp marinara. Well, the sirloin is $8.50. No, Adam, that is a la carte. Oh, no, of course, I don't mind. Not at all. Bye. I thought that might be Nicole. Come on, you two. Run along. I'm sure you've got much better things to do than hang around here with me.
We're not leaving yet.
I don't deserve any of your time. Anything happens to her, I'm to blame.
Now, Molly, don't go blaming yourself.
Why not? Shouldn't have let her out of my sight. Shouldn't let her go out at all.
Molly, look, as far as we knew, Nicole didn't need protecting. You've already done your job. You saved Nicole's life once.
Yeah. So that some killer can come along and make his mark.
Here come the troops.
Yes, she was wearing a black dress with a beige oak, a deep purple coat, and black shoes to match the black bag.
I see. She come in at a regular time today, Molly?
Oh, yes, she's always very punctual.
Her ordinary time is 10 o'clock, and she's a little early. I see. Well, tell me, how did she seem? Did she seem, anxious or concerned about anything? Or didn't you get the chance to talk to her?
Oh, yes, I talked to her, and we talked about the things that women talk about.
Mm-hmm. What kind of mood was she in, Molly?
She was in a very positive mood, all things considered.
Dr. Neely.
Yeah, Chief.
You want to use 4 radio cars? That's fine. Haney's asking if you want the whole South Quadrant covered clear out to the racetrack. For now, good. Dr. Neely.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to talk with Nicole?
Yes, Kevin and I came in here for lunch just before she left.
Was she normal?
Yes, she seemed normal. Maybe a trifle preoccupied, but better, in fact, than I had seen her recently.
Phil, I think you should hear Chris's theory.
What is it?
Well, now, this is just a theory, Chief. It's not the facts, but Nicole's disappearance could be due to some emotional breakdown.
Yes, I understand that.
I disagree with you, if you don't mind my butting in. I mean, I know that, that she was a little nervous, and I'm not surprised, it's what she has gone through, but she's not loony.
No, I didn't mean to imply that, Molly.
Molly, let me ask you this. Do you recall what she said just before she went out?
Oh, little things like, ta-ta, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, that's all.
But she did take her purse and her coat with her.
Yes, she took her purse, and she took her coat, and before I had time to think twice, she was gone.
Excuse me, let me get that on the wire.
I'm sorry, Adam. Suppose I should have thought twice. That is my job, isn't it?
No, it's not your job. It's not your responsibility.
So we've been trying to tell her, Adam.
Adam, is there any appointment that Nicole could have gone to?
No. It's ironic, isn't it? I thought this nightmare was over. Where are you? Mm-hmm. Nothing. I see. All right, look, give the boys a break and then get back to it. If anything turns up, call me here. Right. Nothing at all. Not yet, no. I think it's encouraging that we haven't gotten a word from a hospital or a morgue. Nicole's been gone 6 hours. She could be anywhere. Point is, Adam, there's been no report of any violence. Anywhere, even from the point that she first disappeared and to any of these late reports. Yes? I think Morrison can handle that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Send him right in. Steve Guthrie's outside. He's been handling the area around the new moon. Hello, Steve.
Chief?
Hi, Steve.
Hello,
Steve.
Luke. Chief, this is from Sergeant Mason. He said he just came up from the photo section.
What have you got, Steve?
Well, I guess it's essentially a negative report. I talked to the proprietor of the newspaper stand. She's the lady who found the purse.
Yeah.
And seems like, what's her name? Old Annie.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been in the neighborhood for over 30 years.
Annie Newman. Sure, I know her well. I used to get my papers there when I was pounding a beat.
Was Officer O'Neill already talked to her, but I thought I better check out her story myself.
Was she any help?
Well, she said she was at the back of her newspaper stand, as she says. And she happened to look out on the sidewalk, and she saw the purse laying there. Mm-hmm. So she went out and picked it up, and she saw Officer O'Neill down the street ticketing a car. She hollered at him, he comes down and picks it up, and that's basically all I got from her. Neither she nor anybody else in the neighborhood saw anything.
You covered all the stores.
Yeah, both sides, Luke.
That's about so, Nicole disappears without a trace, without a sound, and without a single witness.
Yeah, that's the way it seems to me, too, Adam. I even
checked with all the residents on the block to see if anybody had even seen a car standing for any length of time.
But nobody saw a car.
That's right, Lieutenant. Nothing else, huh, Steve? No, sir. That's it.
Back into that neighborhood. Recheck all the apartments. Talk to all those people again. See if there are any possible witnesses. Maybe somebody forgot to report something. Also, double check on all the bars in the area. Maybe somebody there saw her.
Okay. Yeah, I was down there earlier. One of the guys were on the dinner break. Maybe there's a chance that one of them saw something.
Mm-hmm. Take some of these with you. They may help.
Yeah, we should help, Chief.
The point is, she might have stopped into one of the local stores to pick up something. Lou?
Yeah.
The chief's busy. Let me have it.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
DA's office has just delivered that document you wanted, and they want it delivered into your hands only.
All right, I'll go get it. I'll be right back, too.
What else was it?
Adam, I'm sorry I couldn't brought back some better news.
Yeah, so am I. We all...
With the girl still missing, and God knows what happened to her. Now, Molly, hold on a minute. Listen to me. None of what happened is your fault, okay? You gotta stop blaming yourself for it. I let Adam down, that's what I did. You did no such thing. You weren't responsible for Nicole anymore. We all thought it was safe. I'm a cop. I'm supposed to know when it's safe or not. It's one of the reasons I wanted to stay on here, so that I could look out for her if something like this happened. I got so carried away with my new job. This high and mighty manageress, I neglected to look for the danger signals. Do you know that when Nicole told me that she was going out, that I didn't give it a second thought? Well, why would you? Do you know what I was thinking? Where the vegetable delivery was. Well, of course you were. Don't forget that's what you're getting paid to think about. I did think, you see, if anything was going to happen, that it would happen right here in the restaurant. Oh, Molly, come on. Stop it. It isn't your fault, okay? And you've got to believe that. I'm sorry, honey. It's just I'm so pent up. Tell you what. Why don't you go to the back and lie down for a little bit, okay? Huh? Oh, no. I gotta keep busy, you see. Gotta get one job at least right, not let Johnny down. Oh, stop it. I can't help thinking about that poor lamb. How nervous she must be and upset. Her not feeling very well. What do you mean not feeling very well? Well, I didn't mean that exactly. What do you mean? There's something about Nicole that you don't know. And I don't know if I've got the right to tell you.
What? Has there been any news?
No, nothing.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
I don't think we're ever going to see that dear girl again. That's what I think. She's taking it pretty hard.
I can see that.
She insists that everything happened to Nicole is her fault, which is pretty ridiculous, but try telling her that. Want some coffee, Sonny?
Yeah, I'd love some coffee. Thanks. So there have been no new developments, huh?
No, nothing at all. We're all pretty worried, actually. Of course, it's only Molly that's decided that the worst thing has happened. I just hope she's wrong.
Yeah, we all have different ways of dealing with it. You know what I was doing all afternoon? Over at my office, I must have reached for the phone a dozen times to call you. But I kept stopping, thinking that if I came in person, the news would be better. How's that for being nuts?
Well, I just decided that she was perfectly all right. She was going to be found, and everything was going to be fine.
Good.
And I refuse to think any other way.
That's a nice, positive way to think.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Can't think positively about my own problems. Listen, do you know anything at all about Nicole not being well?
You mean other than the headaches that she was having?
Yeah, I thought you cured the headaches.
So did I. I thought we found that the headaches were attributable to the stress she'd been under. She responded well to treatment. Why, what do you mean?
No, something else.
What do you mean?
I don't know, something that Molly was talking about. I wish there was something I could do for her. Molly, I mean. She's pretty upset.
Yeah. How about you? How do you feel? Are you sleeping well now?
You can call 2 hours here and 2 hours there sleeping. Yeah, I guess I can. It's funny how they tell you that if you lie down and close your eyes, you can get just as much rest.
I know you don't believe that.
Not for a minute. Because every time it gets to about 4 o'clock in the morning and I haven't slept, I'm exhausted. I can't imagine that I'll make it through to the next day.
Right. The next morning you wake up and you feel like you just run a marathon race, but didn't even finish it.
Right. So, to answer your question, you have not cured my insomnia. Because it would take a minor miracle to do that. And miracles don't happen. At least not to me.
Probably a burn. All right, thank you.
Sorry for whoever she...
Not Nicole.
No.
That call we just got. I'm not expecting any of those to be Nicole. I'm really not.
What can we expect, though? Realistic. I can't buy that metal blackout.
Now, look, Adam, we're dealing here with a history of amnesia, of coma. It's possible that she may have just wandered off somewhere and doesn't realize where she is, who she is. It is possible, Adam.
All right. It's possible.
We cover the whole city with these, Adam. She'll turn up.
Well, listen, if I'm going to have time to pay for all this expensive therapy, I better get to work.
Right.
Hey, Molly, over here. Listen, I'm going back to change, okay? I'll be back in a little bit.
Sure, honey. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow then, right?
Okay.
All right, take care.
That's all.
Listen, how much do I owe you for this coffee?
Coffee's on the house.
Oh, no, I can afford to pay for a cup of coffee, and after a young physician like me.
It's on the house. Chris, there's something that's been bothering me, and I think you've got the answer.
Sure.
Now, purely from a physical point of view, can a woman's physical condition be affected? I mean, is she likely not to be herself if she's going to have a baby?
Are you talking about Nicole? Molly, what are you talking about?
I'm not saying anything.
You trying to tell me that Nicole is pregnant?
I didn't say that. Just tell me, does it make any difference?
Molly?
Well, I've been sworn not to say a word. And I don't know what to do. Now, do you know why I'm so worried about it?
maybe Molly O'Connor misunderstood her. Maybe she's just off shopping someplace. Yeah. Well, you call me if you hear anything, okay? And Adam, I'm sure everything's going to be all right. Yeah. Goodbye. Hello?
Dad? Hi, it's Laurie.
Molly, honey, how are you? How's Johnny?
I'm fine. We're both fine. I tried to get you at your club, but either they have the worst switchboard in the world or you're never home.
Well, you know, I do have a tendency to work late. Tell me about San Francisco.
No. That can wait till later. You tell me what's going on back there. How is everything?
Well, at the moment, a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm sure things will work out.
Well, what do you mean?
Something peculiar about Nicole. She seems to have wandered off. Nobody knows where.
What? When did this happen?
Just a couple of hours ago. Adam's concerned, naturally, but nobody's panicking yet.
Well, are you all right? Nancy Carr. I'm sorry, the name again, please?
It's Robinson, Mrs. Carr. I'm the painter.
Painter.
And I'm sorry to disturb you in your office, and your husband will probably get sore at me for calling, but I figure it's better to have one person sore at me now than two later, you understand?
Oh, you're painting my house.
Yeah, the study and the living room.
It's been 24 hours now, so Nicole has officially been declared a missing person.
Oh, God.
Been waiting by the phone, hoping we get some news.
Well, that's what I've been hoping, too. I was hoping that Adam would call and say that Nicole just walked in the door. Do you think that could happen?
Tell you the truth, Nancy, no. I think we've got to face up to reality. Nicole, maybe...
Please. Kevin, don't say that. Please.
I'm sorry, I should have kept my big mouth shut.
Oh, no, Kevin, you're not saying anything that hasn't been thought before.
There's another possibility. Nicole could have had an accident, and she could have rejuvenated that head injury she had.
What, are you saying that she might not know who she is now? Is that what you're suggesting?
I wanted to show you this. This is what we're putting on the cover of tonight's edition.
Oh, that should help. That should help. At least people might be able to identify her.
Yeah, this may do the trick.
Look, Kevin, there's one thing that really scares me. The fact that Nicole lost her purse. That conjures up all kinds of images for me.
Yes, it does.
And, Kevin, it makes me think about something else. That's why I asked you to come here. I have to talk to you about something.
Oh, what?
Kevin, you don't know the whole story. There's one very important bit of information that Nicole is pregnant.
What?
Now, she's sworn me to secrecy, and I'm sure that she wouldn't want Adam to find this out from anybody else.
My God.
But I don't know if her pregnancy has anything to do with her disappearance.
How could it?
I don't know. It's just... I do know that Nicole was very concerned about Adam's attitude towards the baby. Apparently they had discussed the subject, and his reaction was so negative that she just didn't tell him the truth.
She couldn't have hidden it for very long.
Well, Kevin, she promised that she was going to tell him, but then she disappeared.
Nancy, is there any possibility that Nicole could have... You know, if she had thought the baby would be a burden to her...
No, I'm sure of that.
Don't you think that Adam should know about this?
Kevin, that's what I don't know. Would we, be making things worse to tell him that? For him to know that and know that she's out somewhere and who knows what kind of trouble?
I don't know what to tell you, Nancy. The only thing I can suggest is... No, I think maybe you should tell Bill.
Yes, I guess the police should know. Listen, Kevin, thank you for staying. I'm sorry it's so late.
It's quite all right. You're not keeping me from Geraldine right now. She seems to have a lot of company around the house. You know, she always asks about you. She'd love to have you over for dinner sometime, maybe even tonight if you're free.
Oh, thank you. No, I'd like to do that some evening, but not tonight. Thank you, Kevin. I'm busy.
All right, some other time. So long.
Perfect.
There you are, Mrs. Scott.
Thank you, John. You must hate to see me come, considering how busy I keep you.
It's a pleasure, Mrs. Scott.
John doesn't get much opportunity to show off his bartending abilities. I'm usually content with something out of a wine bottle. Hardly a challenge.
May I get you something now, Mrs. Whitney?
No, I think that's all now, John. Thank you.
Very good, ma'am.
Well, cheers, if that's the expression. I never know whether one should have a toast for their second drink, or is it my third?
It's your second, my dear. But it isn't the number so much as the speed. You seem to be drinking those rather quickly, I see.
Suppose I need a quick reaction tonight.
18. What on earth am I going to do with you? Sometimes I think the only way you'll really be content is to go back home to New York, much as I'd hate to see that happen.
Why do you think that would make a difference?
Well, because that's your home. And Ansel's. You were married in Monticello. But I don't think either one of you is really happy here, obviously.
You think that's the only thing wrong with my marriage?
I don't think there's anything wrong with your marriage. There can't be. It's much too new.
Even new silver tarnishes quickly.
Oh, Nadine, that is an abominable aphorism. I don't ever want to hear that again.
Sorry. Maybe I will put some more ice in it. Slow down the effect. There's something you don't know, Geraldine, about New York. Something that might not make Ansel so eager to return.
What do you mean by that?
This Saxon case has dragged its feet so long, things have been happening in Ansel's law firm. Some very important clients have left. Some associates have abandoned ship, formed their own firms, or joined others.
Yeah, of course, I can understand that. Ansel has been gone quite a long time.
So, simply returning home may not be the answer. There may not be anything to return to.
Excuse me, Miss Raven is here.
Raven? Oh, for heaven's
Your time, so let me get right to this.
Yes, if you would.
It was about 1:30, I guess. I had just come back from my anthropology class. I mentioned the class because I believe that with any scientific background, you're able to be a fairly keen observer. Well, anyway, I was late getting out of school, and I was hurrying to my job when I saw the woman. I have a part-time job in a hi-fi shop down the street. Now, this picture on TV looked like her, but what I really want to check with you is her height. You'd probably be the best one for that. Could you stand, please? Would she have come to, about here on you?
Yeah.
So, I followed her about a block. She seemed to be in a hurry. I guess I noticed her because of the red hair. My former girlfriend had red hair.
Mr. Andrews, where did you see the lady?
Oh, corner of Montgomery and 4th. That's where we both stopped for the light. Then when it changed, I walked across the street and headed down toward my job. But evidently after I crossed the street, some car picked her up because the next time I looked, there was the same red hair. It was the same person in a car with a man.
Did you see her get in the car?
No, but I saw her afterward. They were turning around the corner and they crossed just about right in front of me.
Did you happen to notice what kind of a car it was?
Well, it was a sedan.
A late model?
I really don't know. It was blue.
Light blue, dark?
Just kind of a medium blue.
Well, we'll take you downstairs later and show you some pictures of cars.
But you are certain about the woman?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think so. And she was dressed like they said on the news. But I guess the reason why I remembered her was because...
Yes, because what?
Because when they were turning around the corner, I thought she looked at me. It was the expression in her face, now that I come to think of it, that really caught my attention.
What kind of an expression?
Well, maybe nervous. Or possibly, well, she really looked frightened.
so long to come up with this witness? The one guy in the world who saw Nicole Drake, and it takes us 2 days to get our hands on him.
But he came in voluntarily, Chief. He's not somebody we picked up on the street.
Luke, we had a dozen men down in that neighborhood questioning people, and nobody came up with a clue.
But you can't blame the squad for not finding what couldn't be found.
What about that car business? If we'd known about that, we could have had an APB out on it.
How could we have done that? Aside from the color, we had no make, no model, no license plate, no nothing.
Yes? What's he want? All right, send him in. Guthrie.
Guthrie? He's off duty.
He's here anyway.
Hey, Chief, Lieutenant, sorry to bust in like this, but I just heard a rumor down in the squad room.
That's what you hear in the squad room, rumors.
Yeah, it was about Mrs. Drake. Somebody said you had an eyewitness.
Yeah, we have a witness.
Just some guy came in and said he thinks he saw Nicole Drake in a car with the male driver on the corner of 4th and Montgomery.
4th and Montgomery? Well, that's two blocks away from the New Moon Cafe.
Mm-hmm. Except for the color of the car, he wasn't able to give us any further description or description of the man. And what called his attention to the car, he says, is the expression on Nicole Drake's face.
What expression?
Frightened was the word he used.
Hey, Chief, you don't think it's another one of them, do you? Another one of Revenant's assassins?
Look, Steve, I really don't have time now to go into all our ideas on the subject. Anyway, this is your day off, isn't it? Why aren't you out relaxing somewhere?
Yeah, well, I was just trying to find out what was happening.
Well, now you know as much as we do.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
You're certainly operating under a full head of steam today.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm taking it out on everybody. I don't know, look. Sometimes I think I'm not much of a cop. He had because he had lived abroad for so long. Usually when you go after these rats, they have a tendency to run for home.
And he may have figured that's exactly what we'd think and stayed right here. For all we know, he's living around the corner. We've known crooks to do that.
Yeah, you may be right.
Why don't you go home, Chief? You're tired, and it's late.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go home. Have Martha ask me, is there any new leads on Nicole? Are there any new leads on Clay Jordan? And I always have to give her the same answer.
Oh, yes, sir. What can we do for you?
Yeah, I need a sandwich to go.
Yeah?
How's the turkey today?
Oh, the turkey's very nice. You like light, dark, or a little of both?
Oh, white meat be all right.
All right.
A little lettuce and some Russian dressing.
Russian dressing. What kind of bread?
White would be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And black coffee, too.
Oh, yeah, black coffee.
In fact, make that two. One black, one regular.
Yeah, you got it. Well, how about dessert? Say, we have some nice Danish here.
All right. Nice dance.
Good. And that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You live in the neighborhood?
Yes, I do. Just recently moved in.
Oh, well, anytime you want the best sandwiches, you just come right in here. We guarantee everything is fresh. That's our motto. Well, we've been in this place for over 40 years.
You're quite a salesman.
Hmm? Oh, no, me? No. I let my sandwiches sell themselves. You see, to me, a sandwich is more than just a couple of slices of bread with some stuff in between. No, to me, a sandwich is a portable meal. Hey, you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, say, listen, we deliver, too. Yeah, take my card. Give us a call whenever you need to.
Yeah, thanks. I'll remember that.
That's why I brought you this.
Oh, you haven't eaten a thing since you've been here.
I'll have to wake you up a little so you can get some nourishment. Call
Nicole? Wake up, Nicole. You've got to eat something. You've got to keep up your strength so you can tell me what I have to know. Nicole, I don't want to hurt you. I'll treat you as gently as I can and then let you go. Just as soon as you give me the information we need.
Clay, how many times do I have to tell you I don't know where that island is?
It's stored in your memory. But we'll get it out. Both of us. Together.
Okay, this is crazy. The police have probably caught Revenant by now. They know where he is.
You're lying to me.
I swear it.
Well, then you told them.
I didn't.
So how would they know?
Because of Billy. I remembered about Billy. Where he is. And he came to Monticello. And he told the police where Revenant is.
Did he? How do you just think he came to Monticello? You know, you used to see Billy a lot, didn't you? In your mind. Your dreams. Don't do that again. Look, now, I don't want to hurt you. But I can't allow you to make a lot of noise. Look, as soon as you cooperate, everything will be all right.
Don't touch me.
I guess you think I'm pretty repulsive, huh?
Clay, just listen to me. I cannot help you. It's over for you now.
I don't believe that. Now, you stop lying to me. What we're doing here is finding out the truth. Only the truth. Now, here, eat that. So we can begin again. You eat right now, but if you just force yourself.
I don't want it.
If you think you're going to make yourself ill this way, that I'll pity you, that I'll give up, well, I'll never do that. Will you eat something?
No.
All right. You insist on acting this way, then I'll have to proceed.
No!
Don't do that.
Clay, listen to me, please. I know you don't care about killing me. But I'm going to have a baby.
You're not fooling me. I know what you're doing. And you'd say anything right now to make me stop.
Oh, no, Clay, please, you have to believe me.
I'm afraid that unborn child is a figment of your imagination. I want to know something real now. I want to know where Revenant's Island is. And I think you're going to tell me. When the patient is resistant, sometimes repeated use of the drug is necessary. I want to warn you what you're risking if you make an outcry. I was fortunate that the woman that rented me this room didn't ask too many questions. She believes that you're my invalid wife. So we can't afford to have any commotion. You think quite understand that when we first came here, so I had to sedate you very heavily. But the sedative and the sodium pentothal don't mix very well. Both are barbiturate-based. Too much and...
I die. Is that it?
Then you understand. In a few minutes, you'll be slipping off into unconsciousness again. Into that twilight world. If you just let go, you'll be able to remember. You'll speak the words that are the key to my freedom. And yours. Just remember, the drug is more powerful than your will, your mind's will to hold on to that secret you have. The sodium pentothal is the releaser of truth. And this time, Nicole, I want the truth.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find, always on our mind. In frustrated days,